Hello and welcome to the next episode of my photography vlog, and today you join me back in base. I'm just about to head out on a photography shoot, but I felt like using this opportunity to kind of give a review on 2017 and my plans then ahead for my photography in 2018. So 2017 was quite an interesting year for me, and first and foremost thanks to everybody who subscribed to my YouTube channel and my Facebook page and so forth like that. And the year in 2017 I set myself a couple of challenges. I wanted to push myself to go exploring in different locations that I wouldn't have shot before, and also to shoot in more, I suppose, difficult conditions than I normally would be shooting. So I challenged myself to go out more, go out in different weather, and from what I was able to achieve in 2017, there's been a couple of highlights, and I want to go through those now, just to do a recap really on how the year itself went. So in February last year, as part of my challenge, I decided to go on a 4-day road trip up to Donegal. And I travelled there with two other photographers, Kevin Foley and Darren O'Donovan. And what we decided to do was to rent a camper van. And the beauty of renting a camper van is that you can go and drive to wherever you want to go and shoot. And then after you finish a sunset, it's just a matter of driving to your sunrise location, parking up the camper van, having some food, having some drinks. And when you wake in the morning, you don't have anything really to do, just roll out of bed and go shoot in the location that you wanted to shoot. And I found that was quite interesting. And as part of that journey, we went to Fanad Lighthouse, we went to Malin Head, and in and all along the Donegal coast. So that was quite an interesting trip for me, because what I found was that there was so many fun things to be able to see in Donegal, and the beauty all around me was spectacular. So it was at that point I said, okay, I'm going to start to record my photography photo shoots, and the vlog in essence was launched in earnest. So after I got myself set up for that, I started with a GoPro. And whilst the GoPro was quite good from a video point of view, the audio was pretty non-existent. And that seems to have been a theme for 2017, and what I struggled with, not only with audio, but also from a video point of view. And I'll explain more on that as the time will go on. So I started my YouTube channel, and the first set of vlogs that I put up was my trip to West Cork and Kerry. And if you haven't seen that, I'll link to them here. But that allowed me to go all along the west coast of Cork, and because I'd visited Malin, then I was able to visit Mizen. So on both sides, I was at the top part of Ireland and at the bottom part of Ireland. After that, I decided that I would go out more, and I put up a number of episodes throughout the summer period of time. And then in September, myself and another photographer, Terry McSweeney, we headed to England and over to Bolton to go to a talk by a very good and I suppose a inspirational YouTube photographer. His name is Thomas Heaton, and we went to a talk with him. It was organised by Melvin Nicholson, and after that we decided that we'd go shooting, and we ventured up to the Lake District. And the Lake District was a phenomenal experience. I had a very short period of time there, in reality only 1.5 days, but while we were there I managed to get to see some of the main sites and try and capture my own viewpoint in regards to that. On top of that as well, I started a new series on my photography vlog. It's called In the Landscape Photographer Profiles, and during that it has allowed me to meet with a number of excellent photographers, each different in their own style. And I've learned a lot from that, and I hope you guys have learned some interesting bits of information and workflow from the photographers that I featured. That is something that I want to continue because I enjoyed it in 2017, so I'm looking forward now obviously to what that's going to bring from a 2018 point of view. Another item that was quite successful from photography is the Facebook group that I have created called Munster Landscape Photographers Ireland. And I created that group because there was so many good landscape photographers in the Munster region that I decided to create a group dedicated to them. And what that did for me was allowed me to get access to a lot of excellent photographers and bring on my own photography journey as well. And then because there's so many good photographers in that, I each year now, it's 3 years that I've been doing it, but for 3 years now I've done a photo of the year competition, and that has just finished there in December. And again, I'll put a link to the show reel that I created for that down below, but there's some excellent photographers there. If you want to try and get exposure to some other photographers in the Munster region, have a look at the Facebook page. Again, I'll link to that below. So that's a kind of a highlight in regards to 2017. But one of the things that I said earlier is that I struggled with was audio, and I also struggled with video. So halfway through the year last year, I upgraded my equipment and I bought a DJI Osmo Plus, and the beauty of that is that it would record in 4K. It had a gimbal, so it would stabilize the image, and also I could plug in external microphones. So I started to use this lav mic that's here, and whilst it was quite good, I found that I was struggling quite a lot with the Osmo on number one, on focus, and number two, on sound. But moreover, if I used any of the footage and sped it up from a time-lapse point of view, when I sped that up, the image was starting to rock like this, so it wasn't really as good as I had expected it to be. So I have an episode actually that's going live this evening, in the moment that I'm recording this, where I went to Glengariff and I forgot a small tiny cable, which was a connector. So I had to use a different microphone, and the microphone that I had to use was this microphone here, which is a Rode Video Micro Pro, and very good mic. It's a shotgun mic, so it's a directional mic, but when I was using that microphone in the last episode, the sound was absolutely atrocious, and you'll see that, you will have seen that by the time you see this, but it's going out this evening. So I kind of had enough of that, and I said, okay, it's time now to bring my photography to the next level and not be struggling in regards to these issues that I was having in audio and video. So I've upgraded my equipment. So what I'm shooting on right now is a Canon G7X Mark II, and from doing research online, it does seem to be the camera of choice for photography vloggers. So it has some very good features, and some of the items that I do like on it is that it has face tracking, so it will always make sure that I am in focus. A disadvantage to it is it doesn't shoot in 4K, but at the same point, that's not the end of the world, because from a YouTube point of view, I think HD is more than enough. But it does have a disadvantage that you cannot connect an external mic into the camera. Whilst the microphone on the camera itself is quite good, in the outdoors, when I get wind and background noise and so forth like that, I'm sure that it wouldn't be the level that I want it to be. So I also purchased the thing which is this here, which is a Zoom H1, and that is an external audio recorder, and I have my lav mic connected into the side of that here. So the audio now is going to be coming from the lav mic that's on here. And it's actually very good because it's studio quality, and it's a matter of just syncing it up later then, and on the system itself, or on the computer, it will actually do that for me. There's no problem in relation to it. It's pretty straightforward as well. So for 2018, what I'd like to do would be to bring up the quality of my videos, bring up the quality of my audio. I want to continue on with my vlog, and I want to again push myself to go to different locations and try and get out as often as I can. I started doing weekly vlogs after my trip to the Lake District, and for me to do that, I find that I'm not able to get out every single week, so I'm trying to record as many as I can so that I can then put different episodes together. But in 2017, I did approximately 28 episodes, so I'm hoping now to increase that in 2018. Another item that I'd like to look in 2018 is to advance on my temporary website that I've created. So I have a website, it's a Wix website, it's a free website, but what I'd like to try and do there would be bring that forward, create my own URL, and also then potentially add on an e-commerce section to the website, because I've had a number of people that have asked me over the year, couldn't they buy one of my photos, one of my prints, So I'm going to try and see if I can put a selection of items up there for 2018 and see if that adds another dimension to my photography as a whole. And I'd also like as well now just to take this opportunity, like I said at the beginning, to thank you everybody for the continued support, the comments, the likes, the shares on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page and my Instagram page. And I would like for you to give me any feedback, give me comments. What you think I'm doing is good, what you think I'm doing is bad. And one feedback that I got recently was that my audio was off, and I knew that myself, but it was good that somebody had told me as well. So that prompted me to get better at that and making sure that I can get the levels right, because the feedback was that when the music was on, it was fine, but then somebody had to turn up the volume to hear my voice, and then when the music came back on, they had to turn the volume back down again. So that's something I'll be working on 2018 to give a more level audio across my channel. So yeah, I'd like to get any feedback from you. If you'd like to see something on this channel, my channel basically is growing slowly. It's not growing as fast as I would have thought it would have gone. So I'd encourage, if you could please, to be able to share out my episodes and my photos in 2018 and help us to try and grow this community that I'm trying to create around my photography. So from here, I'm about to head out now. There has been some snow, so I'm hoping to be able to give the new equipment a first run and be able to get some nice shots as well. So I'm possibly going to go to Kerry right now. So from base, thanks very much for all your support in 2017, and I really do look forward now to 2018 and where that takes my photography journey. Okay, so for now, slán go fóill.